So I want to continue with my trying to figure out my reactions to like taking self-responsibility on financial stability. I have I have like reaction to money. I think that's another thing why I'm not as financially stable, is because I have rejected money. Well, I only see money as just money, but I never really, since I've been with my parents, like I never really seen that I need money to survive once they're gone. It's like I just depended on my parents so much. And that's one of the things I've been working on, is to actually stop depending on my parents. So now that's like the point, the money. Like I just need money, then I can take care of myself. But there's like, when I look back, when my parents, they always compare me to other people, to relatives, to their friends, and it's always about job and money, how the other person has a job with lots of money. And this has happened since I was like I was 13, 14. The first thing I remember was we were living in an apartment, and one of our neighbors, one of the kids there that we played with, he got a job as a newspaper boy, and my mom would compare me to him, and he would do an superiority thing, where she would kind of like put me down because that person has a newspaper job, and it would make me like feel bad, like inferior to others, and feel bad like you can't. It's actually like a trap, like you're almost like you can't direct yourself once when beings do that to you. Like you're during that time, I feel like I can't direct myself. And this is, it went on, every time. Like if they go out, they meet somebody who has a job, they would like start talking about that person, and they would just bring it up, like, look at this person, they have a job, and then what are you doing? You're not doing anything. And look at how much they're making money. Look at you, how much are you making money? And that's like the thing that I remember the most. And they still do it. They still do it. It's just before it would affect me, it is actually like I allowed it. to direct me and affect me, and it would actually, I experienced emotional pain from that. And that's also why I guess I did not care about money. I did not, like, I did the opposite things of what my parents want me to do. It's like whenever they want me to do something, I didn't do it, because everything is like comparison. It's like I'm trying to match up to like, like one time I told them, why don't you just live with that person or something like that. I forgot, but I would get angry whenever they do it, whenever they compare me to somebody with lots of money. Like, why don't you live with them? Why don't you? And then when you stand up for yourself, they get angry, and then they say, you don't have respect for your parents. It's like, okay, you're my parents, I had to respect. So it's like you kind of suppress yourself, because all of this, supposedly you have to respect your parents, and when you stand up, that's not respecting. That's why my sisters, they kind of left, because they can't stand my parents. They're and I'm like working on correcting myself. So like, it's one of the things why I never really directed myself to take care of myself financially, because I guess I always see that comparison from my parents. Whenever I start to do something for myself, to support myself, it's like my parents would judge it, would compare it to somebody. Like, like, even if I make a website, and they would say, okay, so what happened to that website, to your idea? It never works out. They always kind of like do that. They always like criticize it. So sometimes I never like tell them what I'm doing, because they don't support it. Or sometimes you say, go ahead, just do it, like, so I think that's what I need to work on. There's something with the comparison, being compared, and I need to remove my fear, like the memory attachments with money. I need to remove all that attachments related to my parents, so I can actually don't not have reaction when I'm trying to support myself financially. So that's what I need to do, some self-forgiveness. So it's money, comparison, and parents' memories from the past.